Of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Here's Gurley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Check 26, check 26. Copper!
Goff on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're running with Gurley. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
He has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 38 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Gone. He's going to fire one deep. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it. Quick. Check 31. Check 31.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the line. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that run.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And pressure gets to him again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Motion. Let's go.
Back to throw. Gone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13.
20. You ain't doing nothing today. Hell, you won. Doing nothing today. Mike, 53. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
54's mine. 54's mine.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He'll field this at the 5. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 58 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check. Check. Jello. Mike by 4. Mike by 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 10th carry now for McCoy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's McCoy. And he'll to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mahomes now to throw. He finds McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Fielded at the 20. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Louis. 180. Let's set a tone, fellas.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. 35 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Mahomes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
76. 53, Mike. Hey, exit.
After the interception, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Goff now to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes it a 21-10 game. That'll be taken in the end zone.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Yellow. Hey, Ridley.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 24, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try again with McCoy. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Dante Fowler coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Hold on. Check.
Again they run with Gurley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Rams on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clay Matthews. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, lift. 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 Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check. 61. Max box.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards on the play, first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On first and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in?
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 84 yards, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 29, Goff, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know you ain't got it.
Now it's gone. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. On third down, here's McCoy. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. They complete it to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They'll run on first down. It's McCoy. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively,